Hello again, and this is the second part of this week video, um, which is the 5th of October, and I managed to switch on the laptop or the tablet, depends if I connected to the keyboard or not, and right now it's off because I couldn't fit it here. And I'm trying to show the video that I was talking about, power, sorry, not powder, power of the mind, quantum physics. And I try to show it in a bit that I really like, because it shows like a snowflakes or freezing water flakes, because it's an experiment about water, and it's got switch off. Oh well, never mind. What can I do? So yeah, maybe I try to switch it on later again. But yeah, you know the name. I told you the name. Power of the mind, quantum physics. And I think it's a channel called RD. It's in Spanish where I watch it. I don't know why it keeps sending me videos in Spanish. Well, I think I know why. But I mean, I do watch most of the videos I watch, or the ones I look for. I look in English, but it's still sending me more videos in Spanish than in English. And what I was going to say, I was going to say something, and it just went off my mind. Well, yeah, the experiment, the part of the video that I was showing, it showed the snowflakes or freezing water flakes, because it was an experiment about the water, and I thought visually it was quite pretty. So, as I said before, it was 3 experiments on the video. One is about try to show that things can be in different places at the same time. And I know maybe it sounds crazy because it's but it's quantum physics. So it does try to show in physical matter things that are very difficult to see in a normal life. About this experiment, and I'm sorry, it's probably my ignorance, but I find it very difficult to believe. Even the scientific that did the experiment, he swears that that's the case, that he showed different things. No, sorry, not different things. One thing in different places. I always think, well, you say you could see them, but you couldn't touch them. So maybe it's just a visual, a visual event, a visual effect, It's not really the material thing, but it could be true. As I say, maybe my ignorance, if I don't believe it. I will apologize for that, but at the same time, they have to understand that for a normal person like me, it can be a bit, difficult to give complete credit, to that, because it's not something that I will see myself, At the same time, I think what the scientific was trying to say, that it's not the whole thing are in different places, but parts of it, or molecules of that thing, of that object, that are in different places. Maybe he didn't try to say that, but he said that he could see bits of it. Maybe he thought it was the full object, but from someone like me, you know, that I'm not doing the experiment. I don't know what the experiment details involve. I for what they explain, I can only understand the experiment for what the experimenter explained it. And he could see things, you know. He assumes that was the same object in different places. But then if he could see things but not the full object, maybe it wasn't the full object. Maybe it was just molecules or particles of the object in different places, which is unbelievable, you know. As you think about this, it's like, what? Like, really? Because it's not something that I will ever think, you know, that one thing have particulars of that unit in different places. That's only that is amazing, you know. But maybe not. Maybe it's only was a visual, as I say, a visual, you know, something visually, but it's not. So I don't know about the experiment, to be honest. But yeah, let's keep the mind open and say that maybe there is, you know, molecules, which is only that is quite, you know, kind of break all the schedules, you know, all the maps in your mind, you know, about material world, you know. There is another experiment. What happened with this experiment is that molecules, when they move, apparently when they put two spaces they could go through, and what happened, they were creating this kind of barcode, so they were moving like ondas. Again, I don't know anything about ondas or barcodes, to be honest, apart from the barcodes that I see and the items I buy in the shops. But I believe they are, you know, a way to imitate ondas, and that's what they do. Apparently, they show in the video that these molecules were throwing these two, just like two orifices, but they were drawing. There was at the back was a kind of blackboard, and it was showing this kind of barcode, you know. But then, so that the way the molecules were traveling, and scientists were like really surprised, you know, that they were expecting to move more like canicas, like marbles. They say the word in Spanish. They expected to move in units, like marbles, you know, like small balls, you know. And then they found that they were drawing this barcode at the back, which means that they move like ondas, you know, so they split and then they go back together, you know. I don't know what that means to make a barcode, you know, because still they could, I don't know why it goes traveling from different particulars and then always drawing this barcode. I still something that is a step for me that is I don't see it, you know. But apparently that's what ondas do. Hondas in English, I think. And that's what it was shown on the blackboard. But then they say that how important is when we look at the molecules, they behave in a completely different way. And what happened is that in the video, they were representing the experiment, and what they did was to put a camera next to the places where the molecules have to go through, and then they weren't drawing this barcode, they were just drawing two lines, exactly the same that they were the places they were going through, you know, like two lines. Then they say, well, how you know we affect when we are looking to things and when we are not looking to things. that, yes, yeah, to an extent it's true, of course, to an extent it's true, but is that only because they were looking, or because the electricity on the camera was affecting the movement, or because the material of the camera, the physical camera was affecting the air, to move? I don't know, I really don't know. So again, I don't know, I can't really believe, the full result, because I don't see, I don't know, I don't have all the details, exactly, just, I don't have all the details, so I can give the benefit of the doubt, or, but I cannot say that's the way it is, because I don't know, simple as that. And it was another experiment. What was the other experiment? Oh yeah, the one with the water. The one with the water, what they say is that they freeze this water. What they did was to, I don't know if they were saying a word when they were freezing the water, or molecules of water, or writing the word in the bottle they were freezing that water. I'm not entirely sure. It's, I don't know, most people maybe know, or maybe not most people know. I mean, I knew that not that long ago, but I know now, and I heard not that long ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, maybe, I can't even remember. But recently, not something that I know forever, and I hear very often, that snowflakes are unique. Every snowflake is unique, is different, and so was this snow water flakes, or these frozen water molecules. So the bottles that they were putting these nice words, they seem to be more harmonious, like it's making more structures that were kind of symmetrical, or they'd say prettier, but what's prettier, I mean, that's very subjective, They were forming more clear shapes, I would say, because in the one that they wasn't, the shape wasn't that clear. So maybe it's that. Maybe it was anyway. It was a difference, But another thing that made me, to doubt, to question, is that is the word itself, the meaning of the word. Because let's face it, the meaning of the word is very, words are arbitrary. It's something that we have created, It's not something that the universe. It's not something that the universe had created, It's not like a plant, or like earth, or like water, It's something that the humans we have created in our civilization, So I don't know, Is the plant that you mean that the water, no, the language? Come on, it's quite difficult to believe that, So I'm thinking, is that true? And the beautiful words, nice words, affecting, making the water feeling more harmonious, which is what the experiment tried to say. It was maybe the way they were saying, or they were writing, the mood the person was on, the mood they were when they were writing the paper, really. So I don't know, it's not, obviously it's not the meaning of the word. I will doubt it very much so. So that's another experiment. So the three experiments for me is you look individually. They are not really 100% convincing, and I do apologize. I still think the video, as I say, blew my mind. It blew my mind because even though that if you look every experiment individually, maybe the conclusions are no for me. Okay, and I just say I don't want to offend anyone. It's just the way I see it with the no knowledge about quantum physics. Are very difficult to see, you know. However, in the same way, they show things. They show things that they show light to some things that I wasn't there, you know, things that could effects that are happening maybe are not entirely the way the conclusions of the experiment are understood, but they are effects. There are some effects, and the effects are that the experiment with the balls, you know, that they show that they were in different places, that the man could see different things. Well, they showed that there is maybe it's visual, but they can see something. So there is something, you know, there is something that affects the overall state of the environment, you know, even if it's visually, they still change it, you know. They change the reflection of light, and even more is that shows that there is some particulars of one unit that can be in other places. That's still pretty amazing, you know, because we can then say that the energy of one object kind of left something is in different places, even if it's the energy of or maybe so the energy have some physical some material on it, you know, that can be seen in other places, you know. So it could be visually, as I say, and modifies the environment visually, or it can be that this definitely shows that there is some material particulars that are in different places, even if it's not the full object, as I think the experimenter believe, you know. Still very amazing, you know, is that is true. And the other experiment with the water still show that there is some effect, whether it's because they understand the words, or whether it's they can feel the mood of the person, or whether I don't know, there is some difference, or the experiment seems to indicate that. The other experiment was about the camera. Even if it's not because we look at it, because they were showing this game in a basketball game, and they were saying that the ball is not one place but in different places. Well, for me that is to say too much from these experiments, okay? And I'm not saying it's not true, but from what they show in the experiments is to reach a conclusion that maybe for me, no, I don't see it that way, because if that was true, no, well, I was going to say something like but I think I'm getting ahead of myself to explain that example, that why I don't see it that way. So I'm gonna leave it just now. But they were saying that when you don't look, there is more than one ball, and then when you look, there is only one ball. But maybe if you don't look, but other people are looking, they're still going to get the ball in the same direction. So that will be a show that everyone see. But obviously they are looking, I suppose. But why is everyone looking at the same place, you know? So I don't know if that could be true or not. But yes, I say, you know, it's true that they can show there is different molecules of one object in different places. That's very amazing, you know, and that changed everything in life basically. and the other one, what was the other one? What was the flex? The other one, and the one with the camera, is the camera. Only the presence of the camera can change the way the particulars were moving, or they were interacting or behaving, and they were changing from ondas to balls, basically. So that's impressive, whatever it was, whatever that caused this change of behavior, whether it was as they think is because they were looking, or because the material of the camera was changing the air, whatever, things can change from be a particular to be an onda, and so yeah, it's still some different effects in a microscopic, or almost we could say metaphysic, because for us it's metaphysic because we cannot see it, that we can see it. So for us it's kind of metaphysic, metaphysic because there is an effect on the material, but we can see how and why, and that for me is kind of metaphysic, really. But still, there is that part of physics, and something that we cannot see, So yeah, there is a strong value to this video, I think. And another, for me, more important, and that was blowing my mind on the video, is that I never thought that the power of mind could have an effect on my life. But what the video tried to say is that we need to believe in the power of mind and what we think, because what we think will affect our life. That's the overall, the main goal of the video, and that is unquestionable, because is whatever in one way, or with one experiment or 3 experiments, any experiment shows that the power of mind exists, which until now, as I say, I only heard that experiment about a group of people moving a pen. So I believe in power of mind. It was in a collective kind of way, never individually. But what they try to show you is that individually there is this power of mind affecting your life. And so even just to think about it, which I never thought about it, even to think about it, it's unbelievable, it's unbelievable. So in that sense, the video is valuable, it's very valuable. So yeah, that's why I blew my mind, this video, and because I was going to try to speak about, to do this coronavirus video, that I didn't have time. I was thinking, I was in 2 minds. I want to talk about this